Hi guys, it's me Caitlin for Caitlin's Crafts and More. I also do run it with my mum, but Caitlin's Crafts and More sounds better. So today's October 1st. It is the evening because I just come back from a work trip. So I wanted to film this month how many skeins of yarn I can use in a month, so I can see how much yarn I can physically use in a month. Because I do own a lot of yarn, I want to say at least maybe 500 skeins of yarn, at least, I don't know, somewhere around that probably. And I just had a new delivery of yarn. It's colours I needed, but I need to know how much I can actually use in a month. So yeah, so this guy I made over last night. He didn't use a full skein of yarn because I had scraps left from the last one I made, and then so this is what was left of him. So yeah, so I just ordered 5 more balls of that colour. I just ordered 5 more skeins of this nice like royal blue. I don't know what the colour is. I've got like legs made for another dragon, and I just ordered 5 skeins of black. Surprisingly, I don't have black in my stash. This was my last ball and it's a mess and terrible quality. It's awful. Absolutely hate it. But I've making a dragon with it to get it used. But luckily, the brand that I get that black from has discontinued their black, but they still do. The blue and the gold are better quality from that brand, and it's fine. It is what it is. This is a new brand, but luckily I've already tested this brand for this pattern, so I can use both brands. I like testing multiple brands for my patterns just because it's like this goes, for instance, if a colour is not available, I'm able to still make the product and sell it with the UK laws and everything, so I like to be able to interchange and swap between them, like depending what company I like the colour from and all this and that. So I do a lot of testing, and it's a lot, but yeah, so the whole purpose of this video is to see how much yarn I can use in a month. So October 1st, 0. Unfortunately, I spent the day on a training course and driving, so but luckily, because my driving hours class my working hours, I am able to start later tomorrow because I don't get pro overtime, so the company can't physically pay me for my extra hours I did today because I was driving. Even though it was no one's fault that I had to drive past my hours, it was just how I ended up with traffic, and by the time the course finished I was always gonna end up being past my hours. So tomorrow I will start at 10 instead of 8, so I get a bit of a lie-in, maybe a bit of crocheting, probably some house chores and stuff. So yeah, hopefully I can maybe get the black or this blue skein finished. This blue skein was partially used before I started it anyway on a different project that actually I've set at work, so maybe tomorrow I'll bring that home and I can show you guys that project. Yeah, hopefully I can at least get this black on. I hate it. So yeah, that is the plan for this video, so hopefully I can film every day and we can stay on top of how much yarn I can use in a month. Hi, so it's October 2nd. I've probably been home from work for like an hour now. I think I filmed this morning, so you probably already seen me today. But I'm just gonna double film today because I didn't film yesterday. So this morning I probably would have shown you that I am trying to use yarn. So I finished this Black Dragon today. Unfortunately, I've got this much yarn left. Also, unfortunately, this is all I've got left of this brand of black yarn. My other brand of black yarn I've got is this. I think they colour match fine. I'm getting a call. Sorry, my partner called me and I just chucked some food in the air fryer. So as I was saying, I do think, I'll try to get right under the light, these two are a colour match. This one might be a bit shinier, but I don't think it'll be, with the amount I've got, I don't think it'll be that noticeable. Other than that, I might make some mini spiders with it. Yeah, I might make some small spiders. That might do. I have got more of the blue dragon done, but I can't really do much more than I've done because I'm waiting for some new safety eyes. Well, not new safety eyes. I use these safety eyes. I've got more of the blanks, but I haven't got any more of the discs. So I'm just waiting for some more of the gold discs to show up. They were meant to arrive yesterday, but it now says delayed till the 4th. So hopefully they come tomorrow or Saturday. So it'd be nice to be able to get that dragon done and some yarn used. Obviously, see, yeah, after I make some spiders with this, I will probably either start making my 3-headed dog or make a bat. I want to do both. I feel like I might start with a bat because it's lighter at the moment, so I can see using the black. Once it starts getting darker, I'll move on to the 3-headed dog. Because once it gets dark, it gets really dark in here. That's why I've got my little light to help. But for the bat, I've got these like red eyes, which I think would be really cool. They are a 18mm. The pattern calls for 18 to 20mm apparently. So, and I think with red eyes, I'm gonna do a full black bat. So I was debating whether to do like the middle of the wings grey, but I think just a full black bat with red eyes for now, and then if I like the pattern I might make a few more. See, yeah, well, I've got to make another one anyway to test it and everything, because I'm pretty sure it will need a flammability test, because I think the pattern will come out will be above 15 centimeters. But I don't know until I make it, so have fun doing that. If I don't like the pattern, I won't make another one and I won't bother testing, and it just won't go out for sale. So yeah, that's just kind of what I want to do. I want to try some new patterns out. The 3-headed dog is for me anyway, so it's personal. It's not going to go anywhere. If I do decide to get rid of it, I'll just give it away and to family or something. Someone will want it in my family. So yeah, I will check in once I have maybe used some yarn. Hi, so I've eaten my food and I've made a little spider. He still needs eyes and stuff and closing, but this is all the yarn that I had left from that black skein. So that's one done. So how I'm gonna keep track of this is I'm just gonna get my notebook and write the colour and then a line. So if, like, say I finished black, so it'll be black on one line, and then if I finish another black, I'll put a second line, so I can just count the lines, a little like tally marks if you want. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna be doing it. So black 1 done. Hi, so it's October 4th today. I didn't film last night because my partner was playing on the PlayStation, but I finished a ball of grey. I'm making a 3-headed dog thing, so it looks a bit weird. But I finished the ball of grey, so I got a new ball out to make the other 2 heads. But it was torrential storms last night. The sun's out now this morning, so it's good. But last night I couldn't be bothered to go out to the garage, so I got a project that was started anyway. I've been working on that. I just got to do the tail. And likelihood is I'm going to finish this blue yarn before I finish the dragon, so that's probably another ball. But I'll keep you posted. So far in October I've used 2 skeins of yarn. Hi, so it's I gotta check the date. It's November 5th. It's Sunday today. It's night. I've had a long day. So washing machine's on now. I just not long had a shower, had some food, got home. So I had to go to my mum's house to help my auntie and my mum out with technology. You know, show my auntie how to apply for things. She's just got a new job, so she needs to redo her DBS check because her old one expired. So I had to help her with that, and my mum got new Wi-Fi, so her Ring doorbell disconnected, and I had to reconnect that for her. So it's been a long day. So not much crocheting got done. I did finish a second head. I can't remember if I checked in, so I finished that head. I did that head this morning, but I don't know if I checked in yesterday. I don't know, but I've been keeping track on a yarn wrapper of my colours I've used. So I don't know where I last went off, but I finished one of these blues on a dragon. I finished the black that does his nose. I finished a black off, and then so that's actually the black from the wrapper I'm using. So yeah, I've got the wrapper. So I'm using the wrapper now to write the colours down, and that's the black, that one. So that's 2 blacks, and then I finished this one. I ran out of yarn. It's half a Kindle case done. So that's 3 black yarn colours. Sorry, that's really bright. I've got 3 black yarns finished so far, a blue and a grey. And I'm on a new ball of grey for this. My dog, he looks a bit odd without his other heads. And I've got this much red left. So I've made 2 scrunchies. So yesterday, Pat was playing rugby, so I watched him play rugby, and while he was doing that, I made 3 spiders, 1 bat, half a Kindle case, 2 scrunchies. Because he played near to home, so he didn't travel up to the club and then go on the bus. We just drove to where the match was. Yeah, so while they got changed and warmed up, I just sat in the car crocheting, and then when they started playing, I then don't mind. That's it. Still September. I can't bother to change it yet. Yeah, when they started playing, I just brought the scrunchies out and did the scrunchies because they're just single crochets around the scrunchie and then triple crochets. So I don't really need to look what I'm doing. Doesn't matter if you chuck an extra one in. Just here, there. So I probably got enough to make 1 more red scrunchie, so I might do that. I'm just working on this head. I'll probably put his eyes in and close him up. I don't know if I'll sew his ears on all his nose tonight, because I haven't done the nose on the other one. Because I need to go out to the yarn to get a new black, because I finished the black. So yeah, a few things to do. Washing's on, so once that's finished I'll put it on to spin. Once that's done I'll sort through what can be tumbled, what needs to air dry, and then I'll probably actually do the tumble in the air drying tomorrow before work, just because I need to get to bed. It's quite late now. I think it's 8:30. That's late to me. You don't know me that well yet, but I'm an early girl. So I go to bed early, wake up early, so I'll be up probably 5:30 tomorrow. So I like to go to bed early. I think the cat's ready before bed too. She gets a bit upset when it's bedtime because she sleeps downstairs. I like to close her in. Our downstairs is open, so she's got access to her food, her litter, everything all night. I'd rather that than her be upstairs and climbing all over me and biting, and she's horrible at nights. She doesn't like feet, so it's just easier to keep her downstairs. Say she's locked, she knows how to open the door. I think she likes her own space. So she's got bed, her litter, her food, her water, everything down here, so she's happy. I'm pretty sure she just sleeps on the dining room table though, unfortunately. Can't really stop it when you're not here. But yeah, I feel like this month-long vlog is going to be a bit chatty because I don't really want it to be short, because I like long video content myself. I don't know if anyone actually ever watch it, but you know, who knows. I will carry on with my dog. Or maybe some scrunchies. And I'll let you guys know. I'm not going up to the yarn tonight, so I won't be able to finish the Kindle case. But I do have a ball of grey, a ball of blue, and I got some projects down the side that I have the yarn with. This is how I don't lose my needles. I just stick them through. Don't know if anyone else does that. That's just a plastic needle. My metal needles by there. I do. These are my favourite needles. They got a little band in their metal. I feel like they're strong, sturdy, and quite easy to get through awkward positions. So with the dog, I'm doing brown eyes on 2 of the heads, and I'm then out of brown eyes. So on the middle head, I've decided to go gold. So the 2 side heads are gonna have brown eyes. The middle head has gold eyes, and hopefully he doesn't look weird anymore, because he's got a long neck. It was my first. Yeah. So plan with all these horror characters is that I'm into my cars, so I've got a car show for Halloween, and you're meant to decorate your cars, and me being me, I am making all my decorations. So when I say these are for personal use, these are gonna be my Halloween decorations. I'm gonna actually buy some stands for the windows, and then I can display them in the windows for Halloween. The car show's the weekend before Halloween, so it'll be quite cool to actually have all the decorations out as well. Some of my neighbours already got decorations up, so I don't know whether to buy those stands soon or not. I don't know how it's gonna go down. Who knows? So yeah, I will maybe update you tomorrow now. Bye! Hi, it's October 7th. Yeah, October 7th. I don't think I updated you yesterday. Sorry I look crazy. I not long got home from the gym and had some food, so I'll be going up to shower and then chilling out for the evening. I just thought I'll quickly hop on before the house gets noisy with everything to give you an update. So I didn't finish I think I finished just one skein of yarn, which I think it was red. I have red written down. That was yesterday. Oh, and then today I finished a skein of light pink. Here he is. So these use a whole skein. It's quite nice. So this was a custom order. So yeah, I have to go into post tomorrow now. So I finished that this morning, Saturday yesterday. And I've basically finished a skein of orange. That's how much I got left. And I've got about 5 more rounds to do. And that's not going to do it. So I have to start a new ball soon. So I'm just going to mark down that as finished because I'll be doing it anyway. As for this guy, I won't be finishing any more yarn on him other than that orange, I don't think. The white's still pretty full. The grey had a tiny bit left, but I can't really mark it as finished. It's still enough to make quite a few bits with. Small bits or make one medium bit. If anything, I've started making a unicorn. I also, a quick update on my yarn usage. It's October 8th. Yes, and I've used one skein of pink and I'm halfway through another skein of light pink. And I'm on the head. I've made the ears, but I'm on the head, so I've got half a skein of light pink left. I've got more out in stock, but that'll be, so that's another light pink added, so that's 2 light pinks now in October. I got some variegated for the mane and tail. I might go through that, and then I got some gold for the horn. I won't go through that, I've got quite a lot of that left. So yeah, here's the ears. I just have to take them out of the bag. So this is gonna be a Christmas present for my boss's daughter. He wants a unicorn for her, so it's a nice floppy. I do like the body parts that are crocheted into the round. It sits quite nice. So yeah, I will update later on when I've used more yarn, or tomorrow. Hi, it's October 9th. I haven't finished a skein of yarn yet, but I just wanted to show you that I've nearly finished this one and I've had to pull out a new one. So this one will be finished, so that'll be another skein added. So I think we're October 9th, we are now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll be my 10th skein of yarn. So yeah, and once I finish that, I am gonna finish the whole project. That's the last thing I need to do, is the tail, which I'm using this for. I think I'm going to take some green. I've got 2 greens. I've got this dark one. And I've got this light one. I'm going to have to wind this on a yarn winder. It's in a terrible state. Okay, I've got these 2 greens that I think I'm going to make some pickles with. I also, it's now Saturday the 11th of October. I haven't finished any more yarn after that pink variegated. I'm nearly finished on an orange. So that's about it really. So that orange will probably be finished. But I'll probably finish this too, since the pattern takes like 200 grams of this, of the main body colour. So I brought in 250 grams of it. I use a 50 up first. So I might finish that. Don't know if it'll be today, because so far it's only one leg made for my dragon, not dragon, unicorn. So, yeah, probably only finish a peach. But so far this month, so we are day 11. We have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 still, and this will be number 11. So going strong for one a day. They'd like to get more than one a day done, but we will see. Hi, it's still Saturday the 11th of October. Sorry, a little bit of fluff. I'm done with the main part of my unicorn. Just need to do the horn, hair, tail. I had this much yarn left of my skein of rose. So that's 2 skeins of rose and a skein of peach used in this. This is the colour I'm going to do the mane and tail. It's a lot thinner, so I'm probably going to go through a lot of it. I doubt I'll finish it. And then the horn in this won't finish it. The horn's not very big, but I'm just going to chuck this in my... I don't know. Do something with it eventually, I don't know. It's not really much to use, so I'm going to class that skein as finished. Hi, so it's October 30th, Monday, and I just finished a skein of red and a skein of grey. They're very small bits that were just left over from projects earlier, like late last month, earlier this month. So yeah, I just made little spiders. What I do with them then is I put them in a little bag with a Haribo's. And then when we get trick-or-treaters, I'm just going to give those out to the trick-or-treaters. Because they're all made with the bits of scrap yarn that I get left over from an end of a skein. I probably got more skeins of those colours, but it's something. So that's a red and a grey. So that's bringing our total so far on the 13th to 15 skeins of yarn. So 3 black, 2 grey, 1 blue, 2 red, 2 light pink and orange, 1 variegated pink, a peach and 2 rose. Hi, so it's October 15th. I know I haven't filmed in a few days. Just been really busy, and I also haven't used any yarn. I've come close to it a few times. So I just finished my hexagon pullover, and I've got this much left. I'm not going to count it as a skein because I can use this. I've got scrap projects on the go, so I will just throw this in a scrap project, and then once it's used, then I can count it. I've got this much green left. I am in the middle of making a greenie, so probably will finish it, which is a benefit. Just once I have finished it, I can count it, and then yeah, nothing else is finished. So oh well. Hopefully some green yarn will get finished because I've got the greenie, and then I've also got the yarn that I make my pickles with. So this is just my gym bag, so just stuff if I want to make something at the gym. So I've got yarn for pickles, I've got yarn for the greenie, I've got yarn to make some purple axolotls. They are just rogue in the bag though. As you can see, they're not very tidy. So yeah, no yarn finished, sorry. Hopefully some soon. It seems to be when I do finish yarn, I finish like 3 skeins, and then that's it for a few days. But yeah, you kind of have to make something to finish something. And not all the projects I make finish yarn, so maybe I should look at things that might finish yarn. So maybe finish the greenie, finish my axolotls, because if I make maybe 2, I might finish one of these. I really need to do the pickles to finish this because I hate this yarn. It's awful. And the only thing I could think of that I'd want to make out of it, or I can use it as the dark green for my greenies. So I've got one finished. So he needs his eyebrows, his mouth, his little heart in red, and his hair. But I started another one before I remembered his hair. So yeah, I might use that as the dark green to go with him. But then that will be finished, but the yarn isn't. But yeah, so it is the 15th, and I've not used any yarn in a few days. Hi, so I have finished my pullover. It is, I'll have to lay it out and show you, but it is done. I've weaved in the ends. So yeah, it's fully finished. I've weighed it, I've calculated a price to sell it at in case I don't want to keep it. I haven't decided. But yeah, it's finished, so I'll show you a clip now of it laid out. Hi, so it's October 17th. It's 10 to 8 in the morning. I just got to work. I brought some crocheting stuff with me today. I just haven't finished any yarn, and I don't know if it's because I'm currently working on my whips that I've got loads of yarn of, that I'm not finished any yarn. So like I finished my hexagon pullover and I still had yarn left. I'm currently working on my sleeves, which I think I'll have yarn left over from because they don't take much yarn, even though I use in a scrap ball anyway to do them. I don't think I'll finish it. And then for my octagon cardigan, I'm using a brand new ball of yarn because I had run out when I first started it, because I unravelled a whip and made that, but I ran out and I just left it as a whip. So last week I was bothered to go to the yarn shop and pick up some yarn. So that's a brand new 200-gram skein of yarn, so I don't think I'll be using that yet. The only hope I have of finishing yarn is some of the plushies I'm making. So I've got the little greenies, I'm making 2 of those. I'm on the second one, and then I'll do all the bits. So there's hope that I finish the main body green yarn on the second one. I have more of that yarn, but this bought a skein of yarn, just because there's not much left. And then I got a dark green yarn that I use for pickles. There's, fingers crossed, hope that I actually make pickles because I hate that yarn. So hopefully I get to finish that yarn finally. I've had it so long. And then the other thing, I brought yarn to make axolotls in purple because they are popular, somewhat. I batch make some and then I sell them, and I don't make any more, and then someone orders one and I'm like, oh, I've got to make them. So I've kept that yarn out from the order I had, and I'm gonna just mix some more alternate colours and stuff. So a light purple with dark purple, and then a dark purple with light purple, and that probably will use some yarn. I just need some more scrap yarn projects. I got loads of little balls of yarn. I am making a scrappy basket and a scrappy blanket, but those are big projects. Obviously they go through a lot of yarn if I started one. The basket I really want to make as a Christmas present for my cat because she loves yarn. and she loves sitting on my stuff. So if I make her a basket out of my yarn, she can just sit in it. Hopefully I can get that somewhat done. Obviously that will use a lot of yarn, because I have moved on to bigger skeins on it, but now I've got more smaller skeins, so I'll have to see what I'm doing. I'm running white all the way through that as well, so all my small skeins are white, because apparently no white matches up to each other. It's all different dye lots. I'm running all of those through with 2 other colours, so it's 3-stranded. So it goes through a lot of yarn, so I think that's my best hope of finishing yarn this month, is to actually work on that. Who knows? Hi, so I'm determined to use some yarn this month, so I thought I'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Sorry if you can hear the washing machine. I have a bag of scrap yarn. I say scrap yarn, just like small balls of yarn. And underneath all this yarn is a scrap yarn basket that I'm making for my cat for Christmas. So one in this bag is all my scraps of normal DK weight yarn, and number 2 in this bag there's a whip that needs to be finished for Christmas. It's October 16th. I think I can do it. It doesn't have to be too big, it's for my cat. She does like something she'd have to hop into though, so I want to make it quite a decent height. It's 3 strands, so it should get through quite a lot of yarn. Oh, here it is. Still attached to some yarn. I have not touched this maybe in 2 months. So I can see I started building up on the sides. So we're probably about 1 inch to building up on the sides. So all I have to do is keep working around. Problem is I've made it so big. Here's my head. I've made it so big so my cat can go in it and like curl up and stretch out and do what she wants. So yeah, I'm running white all the way through it, so I've got all these small balls of different shades of white. I've got some bigger ones. Yeah, and then for the rest of the colours in no particular order, so I'm just gonna put all the white in a pile. There's some smaller balls of white, like so. There's some bigger balls of white. So I'm gonna put all the white in a pile, because that's gonna be running all the way through. And then when I finish a yarn, I'll just go in the bag and pull a yarn. And then I can also say I finished a yarn, because I'm pretty sure even like the scrap pieces of yarn, like that's still quite a bit of yarn. Because it's DK weight as well, so like that may not look like much, but it's thin and it will go a long way. So yeah, I'm gonna colour organise maybe, because I don't want to put the same colour in twice, even if I randomly put them. And I'd like to use the smaller balls first. So yeah, that's what I like to do. I'm going to organise by white and smaller balls, and then I'm going to leave the bigger balls in the bag. Right, so I've got my whites. There is one I've put to the side, it's got a little bits of orange in it, so I've put that to the side. If I'm desperate, I'll go to it, but I've got some big skeins of white here, so obviously I'll use the small ones first. So there's my whites. Here's all my small skeins. Like I said, some of them are still chunky. Here's my mediums or full. They're like skeins that you get in the kits, crochet kits, they're like 25 grams or 50 grams in them. I think most of these are 25 grams. So I've got a bundle of those, and then left in the bag are my bigger, probably over 50 gram skeins. A scrap or projects to frog, because I don't like small projects, so that's quite a big skein. There's also not great yarn, it's really rough, but this is really nice yarn, it's really soft. I just don't have enough of it to make anything that I think I'd like, so it's in this scrap bag. So yeah, these are the 3 currently on the go. So there's a 25 gram, quite a chucky green. Looks like this is nearly done. So I'll probably check in when this is done. I'm using an 8mm, I believe, or a 7 on this. I'll probably try an 8 and go from there. I have finished. White and green still going strong, so I'm just gonna tie on this little brown, because what was even the point of keeping this? Who knows? I did, so now it's getting used. It's just a simple knot. Nothing fancy. I'll just go back and cut the ends later, because I'm lazy. I thought I'd check in. The green has nearly done a full round, so I think I'm going to cut it off and throw it back in the scrap pile for now and add a new colour, just so there's not too much of one colour, because I want the white running through, but I don't want like other colours running through too much, so I might let it run a little bit longer and then cut it off and get a new colour. So sorry if the angle is not great, but I've cut the green. I haven't run out of it, I've got loads, and I'm going to add this ball of yellow, and then I've got some purple. These are 2 small skeins, but I'm just going to count them as 1 because they're actually the same brand. They're just different, actually from different skeins of the brand. And then I've got some thicker yarn. It's Aran, but I think it might still work. I'll have to give it a go because I want to get rid of this. Okay, so brown done. Think I'm gonna keep it dark and go with the purple. So these 2. I'm gonna count these 2 as 1 skein, just because that's not much. And yeah. Okay, so finished the yellow. So I'm gonna go on to try to use this Aran Weight tweed green that I used on a cardigan that's over there, well, pullover. This is literally all I had left. I didn't even have enough left to do a brim on my pullover around the bottom. I did around the collar and around the sleeves, just not around the bottom of it. Not enough. So I'm gonna use it up now, and then I can count it, because I have actually used the whole skein this month. So the cat's playing with the yarn, and I finished a purple and a white. As I said, the white's just going to be running through, so I'm just going to grab, I just dropped the white, the next skein, which is this textured white, which is fun. Again, I keep all my scraps, no matter the size apparently, and she's still playing with you. So yeah, 2 more. So I have finished a white, and I finished the Aran tweed in green. So next white, and I'm currently stranding blue, so I think I might strand black. Yeah, black, blue and white. So I finished a blue. Yeah, I just so I don't have to check back in soon, I'll be topping up the black with something else, and the white is also nearly done, so I'll also be adding on to that. So count that as 3 more done. So I finished the white and the green. I still got a bit of red left. But I think for the sake of filming, I'm probably just going to mark it as finished and pick out a new colour for it as well. So obviously going to pick a new white, going to pick a colour to change with the green, and pick a colour to trade with the red. Hi, so I've finished a few whips. I mean, I started this one yesterday, so I finished it today. It just needs a keychain, but it's basic. The crochet is done. I finished my Kindle case. Here comes the cat. Yeah, so that's the 2 whips I've finished. Not much. No, a lot of my whips are bigger. I'm probably nearly finished with a basket for this one. It's probably got about 10-15 more rows to do, so I might finish that tonight. I'm looking to finish these tonight. I got 2 of them, so he's got all his embroidery, he just needs his hair, and then the other one is only got his legs, so he needs a bit more work, but I'll check in when I've done those. Hi, so it's the next day. I just wanted to do a final count of the yarn I used last night on that scrap project. It was 13 scrap skeins, so I've marked them here as DK scraps. So there's little 13. So it takes our total 28 skeins so far, and yeah, so I still got a few skeins that I've nearly finished lying around, so I've got about this much purple left. These are my 2 purples I use for the axolotls, so probably don't know if I'll finish any, because I'm going to make a light purple with a dark purple now, because there's definitely not enough dark purple to make a whole nother axolotl. They're only about this big. Sorry if you can hear purring. The little one has joined. I still haven't finished my little greenie, but I think I'm going to do this now this morning after I put the washing on the line, and that's going to be done, and probably finish some yarn, because I still actually have the hair of this greenie to do. That's my fault, I didn't read the pattern before starting the second one. Oh well. So yeah, I'm gonna go put the washing on the line and hopefully finish some more yarn. Hi, so it's October 18th. I've had a shower. I just wanted to check in to show you that I have used a white. I have also finished the green on my greenie meanies, but I don't have them to show you. But yeah, I finished both Greenie Minis fully, all the details, everything. Accidentally put one with sad eyebrows instead of main eyebrows, but I'm gonna just keep that one myself and the other one could go for sale. So yeah, that's 2 skeins of yarn finished. I had a custom order for a dragon, so it's in my whip bag that I take around. It's a black and red dragon. He has no ears or anything because they asked if I can do different ones, so I'm going to do that. Also done no spikes on him because they asked again for something custom, which I don't mind when it's custom and it's all communicated. So yeah, I'm just gonna attach a new white. I'm gonna have to cut this one because it's attached to a different colour, and I'm nearly finished on this peach, so I'm probably gonna just attach a new colour to that too. Hi, so it's October 19th. Oh, sorry, I've got a throat. I didn't finish a whip. I started a new one and I finished it. This is a custom order. I love it. They asked for the ears from my bigger dragon, which I think is super cute, and they wanted the spikes from my bigger dragon too, and they wanted the tail from the bigger dragon. I just think he's so cute. Silver eyes, red and black. I do have another order for a red and white one, and I sold a red and white one yesterday. So, I don't know if you know Wales at all, but red and white dragon is our thing. I mean, dragons in general are our thing. But yeah, dragons sell super well here. I make quite a lot of them. Constantly selling them. I think I market prep 15 dragons like a month ago. Obviously I've made custom dragons as well since, but out of those 15 I've got 3 left. I've made 3 more for the market since as well as now, so I've got 6 left of my normal. This is my medium-sized dragons. My small-sized dragons, I think I've got about 10, maybe 9 of those. And then my large dragons, I've got 4. I haven't sold any large dragons, but they are more expensive. So I sell these medium dragons for £20, which I do it for the enjoyment. I like making them, so I don't really know if it's worth it, but to me, I don't mind. It's £20. I didn't have, and they don't take a full skein of yarn, so it's not like massive costs. I buy my polyfill in bulk, so again, no massive cost, because I've still got like 5 kilograms left, and my 10 kilograms are bought in February. So yeah, so didn't finish a whip, but I started a whip. I might finish my seal. I'm gonna go see if I can find more of the same white from that dye lot. It seems the whites, every dye lot's changed shade. It's white. How do you change white? But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can finish that one. I don't think there's any other whips I really want to finish right now. I might finish the basket. I think it's on row 15. It's only got 5 more rows to do, but I got a market today. It's raining and I'm outside. I don't really want to do it when it's raining. She did say if it gets too bad, they'll move people inside. So let's hope there's not too many inside stores, because if I have to move from 4 tables down to 1, I'm gonna lose a lot of inventory sale chances. So yeah, I didn't finish a whip. but I started one and finished that. Right, so I just wanted to pop on, I should say I finished a white. I don't have any more of this exact white, but this one might match. I'm not too sure if it's too bright or not. It might be too bright. So this is more of this is a rougher blanket, but this is a softer blanket. So this is more thin, this is more like tube. So see, I've got a few other white options. I just do think they're all too bright. I just wanted to hop on and show that I finished my little seal. It's got a little red scarf, my Christmas seal. So that's a whip finished. I mean, it's a whip I started recently, but it's finished. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to do any other whips. I think I'm just going to make some maybe gingerbread men, snowmen, do some Christmas. Hi guys, I am so terrible at checking in. It's Wednesday, 22nd of October. No yarn finished. I have literally just finished a few projects and this is the smallest scrap I've got. Really annoys me, these scraps. So these are from my dragons. It's literally not much yarn, and I don't think it was I don't know what I can make with this. I'll figure it out because I've also got this scrap that was from a dragon. I made something else with it. And now it's even smaller. So I've got 2 scraps of red. Also, they don't match. One's dark, one's bright. You can't really tell, but I don't know. Maybe if I turn my lights on. Oh, that's bright. Can you tell that they're 2 different colours? Not really still. Yeah, so the white I'm working with is newer. So probably only used a quarter of it. Orange and blue, slightly more used, but still basically full. There's a yellow, still quite decent. Blacks and grey, still quite full, and those are the colours I'm currently using brown, but it's basically a new skein. Because I don't use, it's like quite a weird brown. It's not like, this is, I'm making a little gingerbread man. It's not dark brown, but it's not a light brown. It's kind of an in-between brown, and I didn't know what to use it for. So gingerbread man, because I don't have light brown. I'll probably use it for a reindeer too, because this is my dark brown. Again, try and show you both next to each other. So yeah, no yarn finished. So I decided for the basket, which I still haven't finished, I'm gonna weigh it, and then the yarn weight is gonna account for how much skein, so I'll figure that out and let you know. So I finished 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're on 17, so we have fallen behind. I want to make a bee with that yellow, so hopefully that will use quite a lot of that yellow, some black. I'm currently using black anyway, along with the grey on this. It's a little camper van. It doesn't look like a camper van yet, but like, we've got some window details, put the wheels on, put this, sorry, phone. Well, the phone went off. I was just saying, I got to put the skirt on, wheels on, window details, and the lights. So yeah, that's got a bit to go still. So yeah,
Hi, it's Wednesday, October 22nd. None of the whips from the basket are finished, but I did start other whips and I finished those. So I started this one Sunday. I finished it this morning. It's Wednesday, as I said, so I started Sunday, finished Wednesday. So this is the part where people ask me, how long does something take? Reality, it probably takes 1-2 hours, and if I sat down and did it, realistically, stuff takes me 3 days. So he's now finished. It's for my nan, because she wanted one to give to my cousin, so that's for her. Yesterday at the gym I started these two and I finished them this morning because I didn't have stuff in at the gym with me, so this one was still on the hook. He was only like to there, so I did quite a bit more this morning. This one only needed his tail and stuff, and so I've done those two this morning, so that's 3 things I finished this morning. Still got a gingerbread whip because I don't want to do him, but the stuff in the basket I don't want to do even more. So, and they're literally one of them is going to take me 2 minutes to finish probably, but I don't want to do it. So I'm working on the gingerbread whip, and I'll let you know once I finished it. The basket whip also won't take me long to do. It's just tying on yarn all the time. It's a bit tiring, but I literally think I'm 5 rows away from finished. So yeah, I'm probably gonna work on this a little bit more and then get ready for work and head to work.
Hi. So for whips, we know what's coming is I've just been making new things. I haven't been doing my whips. So my plan is, this is nearly finished. I just obviously got to sew the wheels on. So plan is to sew the wheels on that, and then I've got all the parts to a snowman. So sew all that together. So I was just sewing stuff. Yeah, and then my plan is to finish the basket, and that's how I meant in this vlog. And then I finish the basket. I might start another vlog where I finish the other stuff. Not likely. Unless I get really motivated, but not likely. Because I plan on making a few more Christmas plushies. Then I want to make like Coda the cat by Madeline Mako. Maybe Patches the dog as well. My snowman pattern I'm currently doing is by Madeline Mako. I'm also going to do her reindeer. I've already done her seal, the Grinch, and the gingerbread man. I might remake the gingerbread man once my new yarn order comes, because I've ordered a lighter brown, because the current lightest brown I have is quite dark. In the light, you can see it's kind of like a yellowy brown, but it's quite dark. That's it compared to the chocolate that I've got. So that's more of a black brown, yellow brown. So I've ordered a lighter than this brown, but not like it's called Walnut Whip, which is like confusing because you think Walnut Whip will be really dark, but it's apparently light according to the photos, because I have the lighter brown than that again, and that's kind of like nearly skin tone brown, like it's nearly like peach. It's like I've used it as skin tone for like characters, so for my Halloween characters, yeah, I've used it as their skin tone, so it's like too light of a brown, so I need the one in the middle of that and that one. So I've ordered some of that. Hopefully that comes tomorrow. I ordered it yesterday. I'm just being lazy because I could have picked it up. I ordered more red because scraps are dying of these reds. Yeah, I've ordered some new colours too, just in case, you know, they bring out new colours. I like to have a try. So yeah, that's the plan. Do the sew-in. I hate sewing, but do the sew-in, finish the basket, and say goodbye. Hi, it's October 24th, and I just finished some peach cream. It's like a beige cream. It's more yellow than orange. I'm using it as a skin tone. So yeah, I just finished this one. I'm about to try on this one. This is the last one I've got of it. I did try ordering more, but it looks like colours have changed. So this one's more pink, which obviously I don't mind. You can't really tell. Yeah, it's probably better. Though they're the same colour name, they're different dialects. I don't know, this doesn't feel as soft as normal. It's kind of rough. So I think they're having quality issues because this stuff's thinner than normal. This one's rougher than normal. This one feels thinner than normal too. And then this is a normal one. So it's nice, full, thick, fluffy, really soft. You can't really tell how thin it is compared. Can you tell how rough it is compared? I don't know, it's not soft. I still use it. I'm not fussy. Like, this stuff is like stiffer than stiff, and I use it. I like it. Don't know if you can hear that, but it's rough. It is very rough. I mean, this is not the best, but at least it's like sort of soft. It sounds rough. So yeah, finished one. Beige. So not going very far, but I've got a few, like, it's nearly finished. Yeah. Probably should count it as finished, but I will make something with it. Again, nearly finished. I've got a few browns that are nearly finished. That's nearly finished. These are different. All three reds are different shades. And you probably can't even tell that on camera, but I'll turn the camera around and show you. All three different shades. So this middle one is the good quality one. This one's dark, good quality, bad quality. So all different. It's more of an orange. This is the red I like. This is like near burgundy. But yeah, here's my progress on my Mrs. Clothes. Hi, so it's October 27th. I just wanted to hop on and say that I've nearly finished this white. So I'm going to put it down on my sheet, and I've got a new white ready to go. So yeah, that's really it. That's all I've finished. I've been trying to finish these, and I just don't seem to be going down. Yeah, so one more white. So that's 19 now this month that we finished. So I'm 3 rounds away from finishing the basket for Ebony, and she decides she wants to sit in it. But while she's in it, I think maybe I want more than 3 rounds.
I don't know. Maybe just 3 rounds. I mean, here's okay too, but I like nice numbers, and this is only 17. Yeah, she seems happy. Don't you? Oh, she's got fluff. So, she's already using it, but I've finished the basket. It's going to be placed in the corner over there where her toy is for her to sit in. I think she just likes using things that she thinks are not hers, but it is hers. I've also weighed it for my yarn countage, but I was using mainly the 50 gram skeins that you can get, so like the scraps of those. But yeah, it's nice. She's cleaning herself now. She's sat in it. But yep, I have finished, so that's done. So with that being finished, I'm gonna finish this vlog here before it goes on any longer, because it's now the 27th of October. And I'm gonna get ready for work and leave, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. So I finished the basket. I weighed it, and it's about 400 grams, so I'm just gonna count this as 4 skeins. I know there was a lot more skeins finished, but in reality, like 100 grams is about a whole skein, so 400 grams, she's already in it. I'm just going to count it as 4 skeins. Hi, so it's October 29th, and I just wanted to hop on and say I finished. I lost shot on chicken, but it's okay. There's another skein finished, really. So yeah, there's a purple added to the list. I don't know where we're at now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We're on 24 now, and it's day 29, so I'm catching up a little. I've got a few days left. I'd love to get to 31 skeins. I just need to pick the right skeins and colours to do so. Hi, I'm back. It's still the 29th. It's still the morning. Just wanted to pop on and say I finished a black. Yeah, it's a little hat for a snowman with tail to sew on. So that's another one done. I don't know how I get much work done when I have a guest sleeping on my lap, but I try. So the next goal, I know I'm going to finish this, so I might mark it down, because I'm going to use it for the noses of my Rudolphs, and I'm going to make 2 of them. I just haven't made my Rudolphs, but here's the one nose. And I've got 1 of 4 antlers. And I've got 2 arms somewhere. The cat's lying on them. There you go. I've got 2 of 4 arms. Haven't done the legs yet. So yeah, this is for the noses, so I might just mark it as used, because once I've done the 2 noses for this, I physically won't be able to use any more of it. So yeah, I'm basically 2 skeins finished again. I still got this bit left. I've made the scarf for the... I made the scarf. So my camera turned off, as I was saying. I've made the scarf for the snowman and the seals. I already got one of each. This camera's going to annoy me. I've already got one of each made. So I thought I want 2 of all of them, so I can keep 1 for myself and then sell 1. So I just need to make the other ones. Hopefully that way you also use a skein of white, because snowman are white. and the seals are white. And I do another gingerbread man, so that'll take some white as well. If there is any left over of this after I've done my reindeer, I can use it on the snowman to do a little bow or something. The snowman don't, not the snowman, the gingerbread men, because they don't get a scarf. The patterns Madeline makers, they get like a little bow. It's the red ones I've been doing. So yeah, they get a little bow. The gingerbread man I currently got is really small because I was using a darker brown, but I've got some new light brown, so I think it looks a lot better. You can tell the difference between the two colours. So yeah, and then I have started body parts for a turtle. I don't think, maybe a few turtles will finish this, but that's the plan with that green, is to make turtles. And then I'll use the brown for the shell as well, so get some of that brown going. Yeah, I just need to find yarns that I can finish, or projects I can finish a yarn with. I have a plan to make a Santa Claus, so maybe I start him with this scrap because I have more balls of this now. My delivery came, so maybe I start my Santa with this scrap, and then I've got a full skein for when I get to do actually moving on with the project. So yeah, I've already made Santa's beard. What is it? Because I had a bit of scrap yarn. So I finished a ball of yarn. But yeah, Santa's beard. Mrs. Claus is in my office. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready for the day. Maybe pull out some scrap yarns from the garage and see what I can do. Hi, so it's October 30th. I have today and tomorrow to use my yarn. Well, I'm going to use as much yarn as possible. I wanted to get to 31 skeins used. I think I'm on like 28. I'm not too sure. I'm just at work before everyone else, so I'm still sat in my car, but I'll be going in shortly anyway. I've brought a bag full of my skeins I need to finish because they're not very big. I want to make dinos for my markets because I think they'll be good Christmas presents for like boys or girls that like dinos. I'm just trying to think of what I can give for boys, so I'm thinking dinos. I'm thinking my £10 dinos, so that my T-Rex is like, they're not the small things, the bigger ones. I've already sold 2 this week, but I had to make them, so I think if I have them in stock they'll be easier for me to do. So I thought I'd bring my scraps, I can at least start them. If I run out of yarn, I've got more in my stash. I can just at least use these scrap balls up because they're still taking room up. I've got three drawers full of scrap yarn, and they're like not even like small scraps. These are like nearly full skein scraps. They're just like, I've used them a tiny bit and then wound them I just wound them up and then put them in a drawer, because on my shelves I just have full balls. I just feel like they're easier to grab instead of searching through my drawers for yarn. So what I did last night is I went through my drawers, found a few colours that I know I've got more of, be it more scraps, oh sorry, I got hiccups, be it more scraps or full balls. So I just kind of went like that. Sorry if you see my green, I
protein shake this morning and it always leaves my mouth green. Really need to get a different one, but I've got two tubs of it and I need to use it. I'm not a wasteful person, so I was just like, I need to use things. I need to stop just pulling a new skein every time I need yarn. I do it with white. I do it with white so often. I always have tiny bits everywhere of white. And I think I do it with white because I bulk buy white like twice a year. And they're always different dye lots. So they're always slightly different. So I need to keep on top of those. So when I bulk buy my white again next year, that it's only that dye lot that I have in my stash. So I can use it straight away. So I need to go through my whites and use them. But I have so much white. Because I always panic because I use a lot of white. So I had to bulk buy it. So yeah, I just need to use my scraps. I brought my little tally marker thing with me. I'm gonna be in the office with everyone else, so I'm just gonna like video silent clips of when I finish a skein, or take a photo when I finish a skein, and I'm just gonna insert it into this. Then hopefully tomorrow night we can, or maybe Saturday we'll do a check-in and I'll tell you how much yarn I used. And I'm probably gonna do another one of these for November and December and January or whatever. I need to use all my yarn. I have like 500 skeins of yarn. I'm not even joking. I've got what I've got in my house and I've got what I keep at my nan's and my mum's house. And they're constantly at me like, come and get your yarn. And I went to my mum's house on Sunday and I took some yarn with me. I took 26 skeins of yarn with me. I still haven't put that into my yarn shelf yet, but I have room for it. I feel like I need to stop restocking my shelves. But yeah, I'm gonna head into work and I'll keep checking. While there's no one in the office, I just wanted to show that I finished a small bit of pink. I've got another one of these with me, scrap again, because I like using more than one ball at a time apparently. I finished this green. I was making turtles with it and that wasn't enough to do a turtle, so I started a tree. The turtles are in the house. I'll show those to you later. And then started this blue dino, and I've finished. So it's 3 finished. I'm gonna start on this green, which is different to this green. Again, same company, different dye lots. They're got the same colour too, which is great. This is also quite a bit thicker, I found. Oh, this one like is, I don't know, it's quite flat to the string. So you can see the string. This one you can't really see the string. Well, you can, but it's fluffier and thicker. So I'm gonna start this one on got Bronchiosaurus, Stegosaurus. I'm gonna do Triceratops, and then I'm probably gonna start a T-Rex with whatever colour I pick next. I'm just doing a bunch of dinos. Hi, sorry for maybe the terrible angle. Just have you resting on my bottle. I don't know if I'm going to insert all the clips I took at work. It's the night of the 30th, so I still got tomorrow for yarn. Yay. Just want to show you what I got too. So I said I took balls of scrap to work. So I took like
stuff like this to work. It's my food and washing's on, so hopefully you can hear me okay. So what I did was I started making some dinos with the yarn. So with this one I finished a blue and a variegated blue. Literally had 3 stitches left to go. Really lost yarn shaking on this variegated. I still have the whole end of this dino to go, at least I finished the round. So that's 2. And then I had this other blue, which I still had a bobble stitch and 2 stitches to do. And then the whole back, and then the stripes. Here comes the cat. Yeah, so this is Stegosaurus, Triceratops. Hello. I've started a Brachiosaurus in pink. Obviously this pink goes with it. It's another scrap. This was a scrap. So finish this ball. And then I have this green. So with this green I finished the bottoms of 3 turtles. I already had the heads all done previously, that's why I decided on the 3 turtles, and then I had this much left. This wouldn't do another turtle, so I thought I'd start a tree. I lost yarn checking on a tree. I don't know what I'm going to do, but so after this round there's a brown, and then I need to join back on for the border of the green. So about 2 rounds short on the green. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I might have 1 more skein of this, and then this colour is now changed to, so this colour has changed to this colour, and then this colour is now changed to, I have one somewhere. Definitely have a skein of this somewhere. My cat has got her claws in my leg. Very deep in my leg. It's quite painful. Can you let go of my leg, Ebbs? Ow. Oh, there it is. I was underneath the cat. Now changed to this. So they're all slightly different. They're all called the same colour. This is a lot thicker. This is really thin. And this is the green I like. So they've all changed. I used to like this green, which I've currently got this much left of. This is all I've got left of. I'm going to make a turtle with it. But this used to be the green they did before this one. I love this green. I just think it's like such a nice dark green. I do like this for the turtles. I feel like this green is such like a nice dark green. I think it's hard to get a nice dark green. So yeah. So I've been marking them down on my list. So we're on 4 black, 2 grey, 3 blue, 3 red, 3 light pink, 1 orange, 1 variegated pink, 1 peach, 2 rose, 400 grams of scrap DK weight yarn, just because they were literally not even worth counting for scrap. So 400 grams, so I'm counting that as 4 skeins of yarn. 2 green, 2 white, 1 beige, 1 purple, 1 variegated blue. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 skeins of yarn. So I've hit my goal of 31. Now I have pulled out quite a lot of scrap skeins of yarn that I want to do stuff with. So thought process is I start a T-Rex with this. I work more on the Brachiosaurus with this, because these are actually the same yarn. Dye-lot yarn, just different skeins of yarn. So I do that. I don't know where I want to go after that then. So I want to do those 2 things, because those will use up 2 more skeins of yarn quite quickly. And I have pulled all these as well. So I don't know what to do them because that's all I've got left of this, and I have no more of this, like no more skeins of it. So I need to make something small, but something that takes it all. So I'll have a think on that one, but I definitely want to use that one tonight. Wanted to do Santa with this, but I really just want to get it done with. I don't know. Might use it for next month. I don't know. A lot of these I could probably just leave for next month now, but because I've hit my goals, I'm not in too much more of a panic. So I'm just putting these in the basket away. So I'm in less of a panic to use my art. It just obviously would be nice to use it. So I'm going to leave these two out to work on them. And then once those are done, I'll probably go back to making my Christmas stuff. Or figure out something for tomorrow, because I've got one more day to use all this yarn. Hi, so it's October 31st, it's my last day. I just wanted to check in this morning before I go to work and get ready and all that to say I finished this other light pink ball of yarn that I showed you yesterday. I finished the dino completely, it's got enough to sew. And then for the dino I just need to do the spikes in a different colour anyway. And then the dino's complete. This is my Bronchiosaurus. So yeah, 2 balls of scrap went into this one. So it's nice, there's another light pink on, and I just want to show that I did use that other green. So as far as it got me on the T-Rex. So I'm either going to find more of those colours to take to work on those dinos, or I'm going to take other scrap pulls and do some other things. Hi everyone, it's Caitlin from Caitlin's Crafts and More. Something different for this vlog. I know I've been doing a bit of mix of market prep, markets, how much yarn I can use. It's all to do with crochet. I've been really wanting to make beanies. I don't know if you know in crochet, but beanies take forever. I absolutely hate how long they take. I've made maybe 4 beanies in crochet and I absolutely hate it. I feel like it's just no progress gets made. I've got one half started, I'm on row like 15 and I feel like I'm gonna be there forever doing like 70 rows. And I've been working on it for 3 hours. Now 3 hours I've usually made something really decent with crochet because I make plushies. So I decided I'm gonna teach myself how to knit. I don't know if knitting is going to be any faster, but I've bought myself a little beginner interchangeable knitting circular knitting needles set. So the little wire needles that connect to the needles, and then you can take those out. They just unscrew and they screw into these. So I've got it screwed into the 8mm. And I'm going to follow Passionate Kelsey's beanie tutorial and see if I can teach myself to knit, because I've never knit anything in my life. My nan did try and teach me on straight needles. I do own a pair of straight needles, but only for the purpose of using them to stab my plushies to sew. I actually hate sewing too. So yeah, I'm gonna get Passionate Kelsey's tutorial up and teach myself how to knit. I feel like it's going to be a slow progress. So I've watched a lot of her videos. She always says get the needles that have the size written on them. So I've got the ones that say 8mm on there. Focus. Don't know, they're quite shiny. So they say 8mm on them. All of the needles I've got to have their sizes. So I got just a little case. So they come up with all sizes from a 3 to a 10. And then I've got all the little like extra wires, stoppers, other bits that I don't know what they're for yet, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a tool in here to tighten these onto the needle, so I might do that first. I'm gonna get Passionate Kelsey's instructions up and I'll check in. Maybe I've got 2 balls of yarn, so these are from January 2025 Aldi's event. It's the roving yarn. This is the natural colour, so it's like cream browns. I thought it might be one of the easier colours to see. I do want to make these for my co-workers and they're all men. So also probably the most neutral colour. I might make some blue ones if I get good at it. The only other colour of this I have is the pink. I might have like the yellowy, I can't remember what colour it is. Maybe, but I have a pink, I have the blue and I have the natural, and I have one more but I can't remember what it is. So I think she's double strands. I don't know what weight this is. It says to use a 5.5mm knitting needles or a 6.5 crochet hook. Or it's a weight 4, so I'll have to see on her video what weight she uses. Hopefully it's 2 weight 4s. I don't know. I think she said it just says worsted weight, which I don't. As a plushie maker, I use like weight 6, chunky and above. So I don't really know the terms of other yarns. I tend to just use DK if I'm using anything, or Aran, which I don't really know what weights those are. So I will have to figure it all out. Hopefully 2 stranding these is okay, or if 1 stranding will be okay, but I think 2 stranding will be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna figure this out. Happy November 1st. I just want to close this video out and let you know how many balls of yarn I used this month. Well, October. I hope you all had a happy Halloween. I didn't use much yarn, unfortunately, so I used 4 black, 2 grey, 3 blue, 3 red, 4 light pink, 1 orange, 1 variegated pink, 1 peach, 2 rose, 400 grams of scrap DK weight yarn, so I've classed that as 4 balls, 3 green, 2 white, 1 beige, 1 purple, 1 variegated blue. So in total that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 33. So I did do more than my prediction, but I did want to do more than that. I realistically wanted to be in the 40s because I've got Christmas markets coming up. I've still got this week off, but I have got a gig on Saturday, a week today, that I'm going to see Bastille, but yeah, first market for Christmas is the 16th of November, so hopefully do well. My first 2 markets are indoors, and then my last 3 markets are outdoors, so hopefully the weather stays with us. It's been terrible. It's been mostly dry today. It has been raining on and off, but mostly dry. Yesterday it rained all day and then was dry in the evening.
So we did have a few trick-or-treaters, which was nice. Everyone seemed to like my little crochet spiders I gave out instead of candy. So yeah, I'm gonna probably start my next video. And I'm probably also gonna do how much yarn I can use in November. So see you on the next one.